Welcome all to the newest episode of Dragon Quest Poppy Podcast. Today, we're going to talk about Final Fantasy, you might have heard of it, and Dragon Quest, and which one is basically better. Not necessarily which one's better, but kind of like our opinions on both. I have the perfect man to talk about this with on this episode. I have a guest. His name is Illness. Can you introduce yourself, Mr. Illness?
Hello, I'm Illness.
What's up? There you go. So, Illness has been a subscriber of mine for a while now. A couple months, at least, right? You've been watching my live streams, right?
Yeah, so I think I've been subscribed since you did the Dragon Quest Treasures giveaway.
December. Is that when you subscribed?
Yep, so I think I subscribed like right around then.
Oh, cool. I know you didn't win that one, sorry. But maybe you win the next one, who knows? The giveaway's going off in 4 days, so.
I'm hoping so.
Yeah, but anyway. But I appreciate you still being here, bro.
Hey, it's a fun time.
It is a good time. But yeah, man, so basically we've been in talks with Mr. Illness for a while now to record this episode. So just so everyone knows, I'm not super well versed or knowledgeable in Final Fantasy. I will 100% admit that, but Illness does have a good history of the series, of both series, so that's why he's here. But before we get started on the main topic, let's go ahead and get to know Illness a little bit. Mr. Illness, when did you first get into Dragon Quest?
So, I first got into Dragon Quest when Dragon Quest XI, the original Dragon Quest XI, came out on PS4 in America, basically.
Respect.
So it was like September 4th, 2018, or something like that.
Oh, nice. Okay. So what is that, like 5 years ago? 5 years ago, right?
Yeah.
There you
5 years ago.
Yeah.
And, funny story about it, when I went in to go pick up the game, Spider-Man PS4 was also out, and the person working the desk, so I walked in and I was like, hey, I want to get the future game of the year, and the person automatically thought I was talking about Spider-Man.
Oh.
And then I said, no, I was talking about Dragon Quest XI, and just the sparks in this person's eyes when I said that. Apparently, he was a huge fan.
Oh, cool!
He had pre-ordered it at my local GameStop, and he gave me the pre-order bonus with it.
Bro, that's so sick.
So I have it's just like a little button collection of all the main characters.
Oh, that's freaking... Dude, you'll have to send me a picture of that later.
Yeah,
I didn't even know.
Somewhere.
I didn't even know that was a thing. Dude, that's awesome. Dude, actually... Man, I miss collecting video game stuff. Like, when a new game would come out, just off the top of my head, since we're going to be talking about Final Fantasy anyways, when Final Fantasy 15 came out, the hard metal book copy or whatever, that was a cool little, collectible thing that came out with that. I have a whole bunch of stuff, from random games that I've bought in. Another one that comes off of top of my head is Mario versus Rabbids or whatever, the first one. I got the box set with the statue, and then it came with cards and a CD and stuff like that. But alas, I haven't got anything that cool for a while now. But it was still fun while that lasted.
Yeah, I think the last pre-order, not even pre-order, but bonus item I got with a game was from Cyberpunk 2077.
Ooh. Was it was the keychain broken or something?
It was just a necklace with a symbol from the game. I don't even know where it is anymore.
Oh, respect. I say if the necklace or keychain or whatever was broken because that game was like literally broken when it came out, didn't it? Or wasn't it?
I mean, I had it on PS. I played it on PS5 and I had a good time.
Oh, nice. Okay. There you go.
It's only gotten better. It's a very solid game, and it just had a lot of public outcry for really
Okay.
some good reasons, some not good reasons.
So is it kind of like the situation with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, where it got like huge, like just massive dumps of poop on it?
I would even say it's like Pokemon Sword and Shield with Exit and everything. It was very similar to that.
Interesting. Interesting. Now that I think about it, we'll actually have to do another episode Pokemon versus Dragon Quest.
Man.
Dude, yeah. So okay, perfect. So basically 11 was your first game.
Yep.
Awesome. And it was the vanilla one basically. But did you play it all the way through? Did you actually did you love it the first time around or
So the first time around, I actually I played most of it. I got through only Act 2.
Okay.
At that time,
Yep.
there were other games that came out, and I was just kind of like, you know what? I think I'm gonna just shelve this.
Okay.
I'm good. I enjoyed my time with it.
Right.
I liked the ending. But once it released on Switch, I replayed it on there, and the Switch version is the upgraded version,
Uh-huh.
and it just clicked.
That's awesome.
So, second playthrough was definitely better.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's awesome, bro. Yeah, I know. I could definitely tell that you're very knowledgeable with the game itself. Just because I remember when I first started off doing the live streams of 11, you would always like tell me like, oh, go here or do this or oh, you get this here or don't forget to get this. I don't know, stuff like that. And I was like, holy crap, the dude knows his Dragon Quest 11.
Well, the funny part about that was I was not that far off from where you were
Oh, really?
during your live streams.
That's
Like,
funny.
I just completed it like the week before.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. Well, that makes sense. You had it fresh on your mind. That's what's up, bro. Cool. And so besides 11, ever since you got into Dragon Quest, well, okay, I guess my question is, sorry, I'm kind of curious as to kind of unpacking this a little bit more. So what is it about Dragon Quest 11 that kind of drew you in initially, where you wanted it, day one?
So, I'm a big fan of Dragon Ball. Dragon
Oh,
Ball Z,
yeah.
Dragon Ball GT, and I noticed that it was, made by the art was by Akira Toriyama,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, oh, this looks really cool. This looks very Dragon Ball esque.
Cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
and it's a turn based RPG. All right, I'm sold.
There you go. Yeah. I mean, that's basically what happened to me too.
And then from there, when I first booted up the game and you hear the Dragon Quest theme song, I was like, I have no nostalgia ties or anything with the theme song,
Right.
but it just hit.
Yeah.
It's just like that perfect encapsulation.
Dude, that's awesome. Yeah. It just caught you in the feels sort of
Yeah.
thing. Dude, that's what's up, bro. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I think in general, maybe a lot of Dragon Quest fans, they're originally Dragon Ball fans, and then they just kind of find Dragon Quest and are like, oh yeah, an RPG, Dragon Ball art style, let's do it, sort of thing. So
Yeah.
it would make sense, but yeah, that's cool, bro. So besides 11, which games have you all played?
So, I played 1, 2, and 3 on the Switch.
Respect.
I played a little bit of Dragon Quest Builders 1 and Dragon Quest Builders 2.
Nice.
I played through 8 and 7 on the 3DS.
Oh, nice. Did you play 7 like in one sitting, if that question makes sense, or did it like, did you have to take breaks, and then
Played it pretty much all the way through.
wow.
I will fully admit I used a guide for it though. I played up through like a good portion of the game,
Uh-huh.
and then I was like, I have no idea where I'm going or what I'm doing. I
Yeah.
like the combat. I like what's going on so far.
Right.
I like the story. I'd rather just have that nudge in the right direction.
Yeah, bro.
So I wouldn't necessarily just like stick strictly to the guide. I would kind of like I would get to a new town or a new tablet, and I would explore around a little bit.
Cool.
You know, break open any pots, any barrels, anything like
Of
that. And then I would,
course.
and then I would, try to follow the main story as much as possible. And then once I got stuck, then I would kind of look up where to go next or what to do.
Yeah. Dude, I don't think there's anything wrong with looking up guides. I mean, I feel like maybe people frown upon it, but yeah, whatever. I don't know.
I feel a little bit like using a guide on 7's okay too, just because of how long it can be.
Oh yeah, bro.
Because I mean, if I didn't use that guide, I would probably still be playing it. Or I would have gotten frustrated and just came off of it.
Yeah, and just put it down. That's funny. Yeah, bro. Okay,
I
so
think I picked up the guide right around when I unlocked classes and abilities.
oh, nice. Cool. Yeah.
So like give or take right around then.
Yeah, so that's probably what, like 20-ish hours in or so, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, once I found out that, like, because I remember when I first played the game too, I was like, what is up with this game? Like, the characters are barely learning any spells. Like, progress kind of sucks. Like, and then I finally got to the vocations thing and I was like, oh. And then I realized I basically was playing it wrong the whole time. But
it's not even like you're playing it wrong because you just don't have access to it and
right.
that far into the game.
Yep.
But
That's
once
true.
you unlock the vocations, it gets really good.
Oh yeah, bro. For me personally, it gets so addicting. I absolutely love the vocation system.
I think for me, once I unlocked it, I just backtracked and I went to one of the like DLC tablets that you can create with slimes. And I just grinded vocations.
Respect.
I think I got intermediate vocations like 2 hours later.
Dang, there you go, bro. Oh yeah, bro. That's how it's done, dude. That's how it's done, dude. But yeah, dude, that's what's up. So you've played 1, 2, 3, Builders 1, Builders 2, 7, 8, and then I cut you off, I think. What else?
I started playing 9 on an emulator.
Okay.
But I really did not get far.
Sorry. What emulator did you use?
A hacked 3DS because
gotcha.
Better emulator than an actual.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go. Respect. Sorry, continue.
And then I also have 4, 5, and 6 on iPhone.
Respect.
Which I'm very slowly playing through 4.
There you go. There you go. What chapter are you on?
1.
I
just got through. Like I said, I'm very early. I just got through the cave with Ragnar.
Oh, okay.
And brought the wife to the husband that's in jail.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm very early.
Oh yeah. Still a good spot though. Still a good spot. Yeah, bro. It's a good game. It's a good game. I'm currently in chapter 5. I think I'm about. I don't want to say halfway through. I feel like I'm halfway through chapter 5, maybe a little bit more. We'll see. But yeah, I've never played the chapter 6 of it, so I'm really curious to actually play that. So I'm excited to get there. So
there you go.
Yeah, and then obviously 11 you've played, as we've talked about.
11 and 11S.
Right there you go. And then I know we've both played Dragon Quest Heroes 2 on live stream a couple times, which was a good time. Did you ever play Dragon Quest Heroes 1?
Yeah, I was playing that before we started playing Heroes 2
Right.
online.
Actually, I actually remember that now. Yeah, that's
But I
right.
don't think I can go back to 1 after playing 2.
Yeah.
Because 2 is just that much better.
Dude, it really is. Like, I honestly, I kind of missed, like, one's kind of like level-based system instead of, like, open world. But at the same time, the open world is just such a cool concept.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it's just much better. So, but, yeah, that's what's up, bro. Cool. Okay. And then obviously I have to ask, who is your favorite waifu from Dragon Quest? We gotta know.
Just favorite female character?
Yes.
All of them?
Uh-huh.
I have to say it's either Jade or Jessica.
Okay. Both J's. Respect. There you go. Those are some cute options. But if you had to pick one of them too, who would you pick?
Probably Jade.
Yeah. Okay. That's what's up.
Probably Jade.
Okay. That's what's up. I respect that. I like that. There you go. Good choice. There you go. I love it. Great choice. All right, bro. Let's get into the main topic of the video. So I'm going to adjust my screen a little bit. I know you can't see my screen at the moment, but I basically have a picture of Final Fantasy VII's cast, and I have a picture of Dragon Quest XI's cast. And then, yeah, and obviously people should know it's kind of a versus sort of thing. So let me ask you this. So you've played, obviously, the majority of the Dragon Quest games. What about in terms of Final Fantasy? What's your I guess knowledge?
Background on it?
Yeah.
So I played Final Fantasy 1, 2, a very small amount of 3 and 6.
Okay.
I've beaten 7. I played through half of 8. I played through like a quarter of 9.
There you go.
I'm at like the final boss rush of 10.
Nice.
And I played a decent amount of 12.
Nice.
I've 100%ed 15.
Oh wow. Nice.
Um,
There you go.
but yeah, so I've played a pretty good portion of all of the Final Fantasies, just about.
Yeah, it sounds like you've got definitely, a good amount of knowledge.
And I've played a few of the spin-offs too, like Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII.
Right.
I played through that entirely on PSP.
Oh, nice.
I played through World of Final Fantasy, which is kind of like a chibi version
Oh,
of
yeah.
Final Fantasy.
Yeah, it's a cute game. It's like a Pokemon-esque.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
And then I also played, I can't remember what the game is actually called,
Mm-hmm.
but it was on the 3DS, and it was like a Monster Hunter kind of knockoff.
Whoa.
Played through a good portion of that. It is not as exciting.
Oh, I know what you're talking. I actually have that game. It's I know what you're talking about. Final Fantasy. I think it's called Adventures. I could be wrong.
I think that might be it.
I actually pre-ordered that game, and I remember when I went to go pick it up at Target, it was like literally the only copy available. But yeah, I remember I played that for a little bit. But that's funny.
Yeah, I remember pre-ordering it at GameStop, and it was actually me and Hot Dog Hands.
Yeah.
We played it together.
Shout out to Wyvern Quest. That's what's up. Yeah, man. Cool. So yeah, it sounds like your knowledge of both, franchises are pretty, it's a good amount, right?
I would say so.
Yeah. And so basically, okay, let's see here. In terms of, because I know, for example, the difference between Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest, even though it basically kind of started off as the same thing in terms of like, the battle mechanics, and just all that sort of stuff. But then Final Fantasy took kind of like a different route with like gameplay and stuff like that. Um, is that something that you think is a good idea? You know, do you like that? Like, what do you think about that whole take?
Just about how kind of like Final Fantasy tried to evolve their battle mechanics a little bit more than maybe Dragon Quest has.
For sure.
I mean, yeah, some of it's for the good, some of it's for the bad. I mean, I could definitely see Dragon Quest benefiting from maybe moving from just strictly turn-based to maybe even having an ATB,
Mm,
the active time battle system.
right.
I don't think that would be a bad thing for the franchise, but
Right.
I don't think I don't think they need to do that either.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, it might open some new doors. And can you kind of explain actually ATB? I might just be super lame and just not understand it. But
Yeah.
what's the
So
uh huh?
basically, like ATB, I mean, it's like an active time battle system. I
Okay,
don't know if that's actually what it stands for.
I bet it does. It sounds like it
But
would.
but basically, you're in Dragon Quest. You know how you pretty much like you get a turn and then you make your choice and whatnot.
Right.
Um, in some Final Fantasy games, you actually have to wait some time to choose your next move.
Oh,
With that, the enemy also has time to wait. So, say for instance, you don't make your next move. How like in Dragon Quest, you can kind of like stop and like really think about your next move.
yes, yes, yes,
Um,
yes.
in Final Fantasy, especially in like 6, 7, 8, and 9. Yeah, 9 has it too. If I just sit there and wait and like decide, the enemy will still attack me while I'm deciding
Oh,
my move.
interesting. Interesting. Okay, so it's kind of like still turn based, but hence the term active. You know,
Right.
interesting.
It's still turn based in the sense that like you're still choosing your move from like a menu.
Right.
You still have like your magic list, your regular attack list, and things like that. It's just that there's a timed essence to it.
Right. Yeah. Very interesting. Yeah. And so, do you think like, because for me, kind of the way I see it, maybe is like because Final Fantasy took that route of kind of like trying out these new things. Do you think that mostly benefited the series, or do you think is that something
I
that
definitely think that that's benefited the series.
okay?
Um, I think I've said this on one of your streams before, but
Mm-hmm.
I view Final Fantasy VII in the same light that I view Ocarina of Time for 3D gaming,
Mm.
where, Final Fantasy VII really kind of broke open JRPGs to the mass media.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
kind of the granddaddy almost.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And why is that exactly for people that don't know?
I just feel like there's such a cultural like awareness of Final Fantasy VII.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like if you were to go back through all of the RPGs that have come into, you know, the world from the past and everything,
Mm-hmm.
I would say Final Fantasy VII would be one of the top ones on that list.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, and that's the thing, too. It's like even people like myself, for example, I mean, I haven't played. I don't think I played a Final Fantasy game, or at least I tried until like I know I tried the demos of 12. I think I've even tried 14. And then I didn't 100% 15, but that's like the first Final Fantasy that I actually played all the way through. But before all of that, like I knew what Final Fantasy was, and it's because of 7. I mean, everyone knew, Final Fantasy 7. Like the whole gaming industry talked about it. People would reference, Cloud and Tifa and whoever else is in the crew. I don't even know. But, there's such iconic and popular characters that basically, and Sephiroth, obviously,
Mhm.
that everyone just knows who they are. But yeah. But what is it about 7 that actually, what do you think, made 7 so popular? Did they change something with like the battle system? Like, what did they
It
do?
was the first time kind of going into more of a 3D aspect.
Oh, okay, gotcha,
So
gotcha.
Final Fantasy VI was still, like the 16-bit on like the SNES,
Okay, okay,
um,
okay.
and Final Fantasy VII, it was the first time that it got away from Nintendo because it
Oh.
wouldn't have fit on an N64 cartridge.
Oh, right.
Um, it was on PlayStation because of the disc base, and
Right.
even then, it was still on 3 discs on PlayStation. So
Right. Okay, I was gonna ask you about that because I heard that it had like multiple discs or whatever. Dang, that's cool. Um, oh, I just noticed my little light is turned off. I'm gonna turn that on real quick so they can see my face a little better. Dude, that's what's up, bro. And so, okay, and then in terms of how Final Fantasy is now, and I guess what do you think about Final Fantasy where it's at now in terms of like gameplay, battle mechanics, and then compared to Dragon Quest?
So, kind of like I said, Final Fantasy is really kind of pushing their battle systems and everything. Final Fantasy 16 is coming out a few months from now,
Mm-hmm.
and they just showed a pretty massive game trailer of it, and it's the first true like action RPG of the series.
Wow. You
I
think
mean,
it'll do well?
Final Fantasy VII remake is still an action RPG, but
Right.
it doesn't look the same as Final Fantasy 16.
Right. Right. Right.
Um, I think Final Fantasy 16 is gonna do well.
Mm.
Um, it's made by Yoshi P, who is the game director for Final Fantasy 14, the
Oh.
MMORPG.
Okay. Okay.
And he has a big, huge cult following, and he really
Oh.
turned around Final Fantasy 14. So
Oh, interesting.
everything I've seen of Final Fantasy 16 looks really good.
Yeah. I haven't seen like the new trailer you're talking about, I'm assuming, but I have seen a couple. I think I've seen like the first one or whatever. And I will say it definitely looks very cool for sure. Um, but yeah. Yeah, man, we'll see how it does. I think it's going to do well, obviously, but yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to do very well.
Yeah. For sure. That's what's up. So, in terms of, and I guess I was kind of trying to avoid this question because I don't want to make you feel like I'm putting you in a tough spot. But overall, which series do you prefer, or which one do you like better, or maybe, what do you like about both series, if that makes sense?
So,
Franchises, I guess, is the better
probably,
question.
can you still hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, what's up?
Um, so I would say that I regard both series very, very highly.
Right.
Um, the best. So like a lot of Final Fantasy is very dark and like mysterious,
Mm-hmm.
whereas Dragon Quest is kind of light and fun.
Right. That's a good way of putting it. Just looking at the pictures I'm looking at as well, what you just said makes a lot of sense.
Like Final Fantasy is very like gothic and like Middle Ages kind of. But like I said, Dragon Quest was very like light, cartoony.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like Dragon Quest has more serious like stories within it. And like the best way I can put it is there's a town in Dragon Quest VII where you go back in the past and every single person there is turned to stone.
Oh, I remember this one.
So like if that same storyline would be in Final Fantasy, you would eventually save all of those townspeople. Whereas in Dragon Quest,
Oh,
they all
interesting.
died. Like they didn't come back to life. As morbid as
Interesting.
that sounds.
Oh, look at that. Okay.
So like,
Interesting.
and I just feel like Dragon Quest, like, it has that cute, artsy, cartoonish like look to it, but
Right.
just the underlying stories are a little bit more darker. Don't get me wrong, there's still a lot of death in Final Fantasy 2. Like in Final Fantasy 7 with them dropping the sector on Midgar. Like
Oh,
they
wow.
killed a massive amount of people in that.
Dang. That sounds crazy. That's
Spoiler
crazy.
alert for
Yeah.
a 20 some almost 30 something year old
Yeah.
game. But
I was gonna say you probably should say spoiler alert like before you said it, but that's funny. But yeah, but at the same time you are right. Um okay, okay. So you were kind of talking so basically so you did what you just did was what a politician would do. You would kind of dodge the question by giving us kind of like an overall answer.
if I had to choose, if you put a gun to my head right now and you said choose between Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest,
Uh-huh.
I would probably choose Dragon Quest.
Ooh.
Just because I like the style better.
Okay. Okay. And when you say style, do you mean like art style?
Just the art style, the music,
Mm.
the combat is a little bit more in what I like.
Okay.
I like a turn-based RPG where I can kind of like step away for a second if need be.
Okay, gotcha. Like a more chill vibe.
But that's not to say that I don't like Final Fantasies how they are now.
Right. You like the evolution of Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
and I do think that also helped keep it popular in the West.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I
The
mean,
other thing you have to think about is, you know, they really messed up the numbering for Final Fantasy over here.
yeah,
Final Fantasy 3 is Japan's Final Fantasy 6.
yeah. Honestly, I remember. I think it was you, but I remember somebody recently was trying to explain it to me, and I couldn't get it. I was like, what?
Yeah, basically in the US and in the Western world, we got Final Fantasy 1 and 2, and then there was a huge gap. And Japan got Final Fantasy 3, Final Fantasy 4, and Final Fantasy 5. And then they wanted to bring 6 over, and they just labeled it Final Fantasy 3 because that's all we had in the US was 1 and 2.
Right. So I guess my question is, did we ever get 3, 4, and 5?
We have now.
Okay.
So actually, just this past week, there was the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right.
And that has 1 through 6 on it with official English translations. And I'm pretty sure that they came back out in the past too with other copies of them.
Gotcha.
Like, this is definitely not the first time we're getting 3, 4, and 5.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah. Well, yeah, because I mean, if they felt incentivized to bring 6 back or 6 over to the West and call it 3, there must have been enough demand where they felt like it was a profitable, course of action sort of thing.
And that's also where the numbering is messed up. And another reason why 7 is influential is they called it 7 everywhere.
Oh,
They skipped from 3 to 7.
interesting. That makes a lot of sense. That's cool. Okay, there you go. That's what's up. Okay, so in terms of let's take another route on this subject, because I mean the kind of like the idea of this episode is Final Fantasy versus Dragon Quest sort of thing. In terms of like characters, which franchise do you think has more solid characters?
I think Final Fantasy has more iconic characters.
Iconic. Okay.
And I say that just because of Cloud, Tifa, Barret, all of the people from Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah.
No, they're everywhere.
Yeah. I know Final Fantasy X has some.
I would also say 10 has some pretty iconic characters too.
Yeah, yeah. I sincerely tried to play 10. I really did, because I remember I had a girlfriend that was like in love with 10 and 10-2, and she actually bought me the games so I can play them. And I tried my hardest, but man, I don't know what it was. I don't know why I could not get into it. I really tried, but I could not get into those games. But I definitely, like, the characters looked really cool. The story, seemed really cool. But anyway, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a tragic story too.
Oh really?
If you really dig into it and think about it.
Yikes.
But
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they definitely have some iconic characters in there.
There you go. Yeah, I actually really liked 15 as well. So 15 was actually like the first Final Fantasy game I actually like fully dived into. And when I say that, I mean, like, for example, because there was the anime episodes that came out, there was the movie, and then there was the game. And like the anime episodes happened before the movie, and then the movie happened, and then after the movie happened, the game happened. So it was kind of all like that's the timeline of how everything happened.
Yeah.
But I thought it was really cool. I thought the characters were really great. It was an interesting form of storytelling. I don't think it was a very successful way to do it, but it was still cool nonetheless.
I think I mean, it is cool that they had the anime and the movie, but I think that really hinders the experience if you just want to play the game.
Yeah.
Why do I need to watch a movie and an anime series just to understand the entire story?
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely an interesting route they took. But yeah, that's what's up. Okay, so you're saying Final Fantasy is, you would choose Final Fantasy because the characters are more iconic. Is that why, like, for you personally, you just kind of like, I guess, those characters just a little bit more because of that? Like,
yeah, I mean, as we said earlier, I've only been playing Dragon Quest for about 5 years, give or take.
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Just you could point a Final Fantasy character out to me, and I'd be like, oh yeah, that's from Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Whereas you could point something from Dragon Quest, and I wouldn't necessarily be able to be like, oh yeah, that's definitely Dragon Quest.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, you might be like, oh yeah, that's Dragon Ball. That's definitely from Dragon Ball. But
Exactly.
there you go. That's what's up. Cool. Okay. So basically, Final Fantasy, is, do you by chance have any opinions or any thoughts on, like, why it is? I mean, we kind of talked about it for the West for Final Fantasy, how it, how maybe it got to be where it's at as like a very iconic sort of like series and franchise. But what do you think the problem is in Japan? Because like in Japan, Dragon Quest is like, one of the top G's, right? Where Final Fantasy, I know it's got a following as well. I'm not saying it doesn't, but like obviously Dragon Quest is the king in Japan compared to, in the West it's Final Fantasy. But like, why do you think that is? Do you have any opinions on that? Have you ever really thought about that?
If I had to guess, I would say it's just the art style in general. Like I said, Final Fantasy is kind of more of that like gritty, like darker fantasy,
Right.
like setting. Whereas Dragon Quest is a little bit more cartoony and probably wouldn't be. It was probably seen more as like a kiddie version almost.
Yeah. Yeah. Which makes sense. I could see that. Yeah. There you go. Cool. All right. So overall, basically what you're saying is Dragon Quest is way better. So we're just going to end it right there. Just kidding.
I
That,
actually have one specific example
okay.
of where Dragon Quest is better than Final Fantasy.
Ooh, let's hear it.
And this is actually kind of two different ones. So I've been playing the Final Fantasy One Pixel Remaster on Steam for the past couple years now.
Okay.
It released on Steam a while ago.
Oh, nice.
And so I think Final Fantasy has better dungeons.
Okay.
Just you kind of get lost in their dungeons a little bit more.
Okay.
But the nice thing about Dragon Quest, you have evac.
Oh.
You don't get that until a very, very long way away. And even then, it doesn't actually, bring you right out of the dungeon. It just takes you to the next floor up.
What the heck? So wait, so in Final Fantasy, it makes you progress in the dungeon? Like you're moving forward? Or do you mean like you go back a floor?
So, in Final Fantasy, in a dungeon, you get to an end, and there's not, a quick way to, leave the dungeon. You usually have to walk out. And this is mainly just what I saw in Final Fantasy 1. It's been so long since I've played 2 and
Right.
2 that I can't really speak on it right now.
Right.
But on Final Fantasy 1, there's this one dungeon where you walk in, and you have to go, 3 layers deep. You have to go down 3 floors. And to get out, you have to just walk that entire way back.
My gosh.
You don't get evac or anything.
Yikes, dude. Is there save points in the way up and down at least, or where you can heal and stuff, or no?
No.
What the hell? Interesting design choice for the developers. Huh. Well, it was the first game, I don't, like you said, maybe they changed that in 2 or 3 or something, but yeah, who knows?
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't know of any dungeons in Dragon Quest where I'm really going down multiple different levels,
right?
A fast way. In Dragon Quest 3, there's multiple towers that you have, but if you wanted to leave, you could just jump right off the end. You just walk off the edge and you're right back outside.
Right, that's true. That's a good point. I literally did that in 4 the other day. So there you go. That's what's up.
Just some of the maneuverability and just kind of the ease of
the conveniency
and convenience. It just kind of respects you.
Yeah, that's actually a really cool point. I never really thought about, but yeah, I could see that being definitely a pro for people that would choose. That's cool. I like it.
Like I said, I do think Final Fantasy has some better dungeon design, though.
Right. Yeah. And when you say that, do you mean in terms of progressing through a dungeon with maybe difficulty with the enemies,
Yeah, I mean, it's the literal design, the layout of it. This dungeon that I'm talking about, I can't think of the name of it.
Right.
But so on floor 1, you can go north or you can go south. If you go north, you go to kind of a dead end. It's still floor 2 that you would end up on.
Okay.
But it's away from the part where you need to progress.
Okay.
And you basically get lost in it. So if you don't know the way, you're gonna be walking around for a long time.
Yeah. Interesting. There you go. Okay. There you go. I love it. Cool. All right. So let's do a quick little trivia thing. Well, I guess it's not a trivia, but a little game before we move on to the next segment.
All right.
Okay, so I know you haven't played all of the Final Fantasy games, all the way through, and also you haven't played 4, 5, and 6 for Dragon Quest. But when we get to those numbers, I guess we'll kind of just skip them. But basically, what I'd like to do with you is since we have up to Dragon Quest 11, let's compare. Dragon Quest 1 versus Final Fantasy 1, right? And which one do you like better out of those two? Does that make sense? And then we'll move on to the next one.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, cool. So, I mean, there's the first one. So, Final Fantasy 1 versus Dragon Quest 1. Which one do you prefer?
Honestly, it's Final Fantasy 1.
Okay, Final Fantasy 1.
Reason being,
yes.
it was actually the very first one that I played.
Okay.
The PSP version, and so Final Fantasy 1 came out like a year or two after, like Dragon Quest 2 or something like that.
Right. Yep.
But like it already had like a job system and everything.
Uh-huh.
So like you choose like a full team and you have your classes and everything.
Right.
Whereas Dragon Quest 1, you're literally only one person.
Yep.
That definitely kind of is unfortunate in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
The game could have definitely, but at the same time, like Dragon Quest 1 is the granddaddy. Like it's kind of where everything started.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was the first like console, RPG sort of thing. It inspired a lot of different, creators to do their own thing or have their own ideas for their own RPGs and stuff like that. So, or even other games, but yeah, there you go. Okay, so there you go. So Final Fantasy 1 wins that round. Okay, round 2. Who wins from Final Fantasy 2 and Dragon Quest 2?
Dragon Quest 2. The level up system in Final Fantasy 2 is too archaic and weird.
Oh, interesting.
So, like, to level up, like, magic in Final Fantasy 2, you have to use that magic.
Oh, interesting. So is it kind of like, I don't know if you've ever played Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Oh, okay. Okay, so it's kind of like it. That's what it reminded me of. At least the newer entries of, like, for example, the 3DS version. There's a super Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, and once you use a specific move multiple times, it levels up. So anyway, but
yeah, just the level up system on 2 is really weird.
Interesting. Okay.
So definitely Dragon Quest 2.
There you go. All right. Okay, so one for Dragon Quest and one for Final Fantasy. All right, what about 3? Final Fantasy 3 versus Dragon Quest 3.
Dragon Quest 3.
Dragon Quest 3.
Dragon Quest 3 is the first. So, like, it's really where you kind of see all of the, like, not necessarily tropes, but, like, you see where Dragon Quest gets its roots really from. Like, that, it's kind of like where everything really starts hitting.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, when it released in Japan, it was literally, like, just, it made news, headlines in the freaking U.S., so, yeah. Crazy. Crazy. There you go. Okay, so 2 points for Dragon Quest, 1 point for Final Fantasy. So obviously we're going to skip 4, 5, and 6 since you haven't played those for Dragon Quest at least.
Or Final Fantasy, actually. Maybe I just have an aversion to 4, 5, and 6.
Maybe you just don't like those numbers.
7, it has to go to Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way that you can.
Yeah.
You can even say that.
Yeah. There you go. So okay, we got 2 for Dragon Quest, 2 for Final Fantasy. What about 8?
Dragon Quest 8.
Dragon Quest 8. Without a doubt?
Without a doubt.
Oh wow.
Like,
interesting.
Final Fantasy 8 also has kind of like a weird, not necessarily level up system, but a weird gimmick.
Okay, there you go. Okay. And then you didn't play 9, did you? For Dragon Quest?
Not really. And I didn't play enough of 9 on Final Fantasy either to really have that much of an opinion.
Okay. So there you go. What about, we all know, no one's played 10 for Dragon Quest, so we could totally skip that one. Unless you've played for Final Fantasy, but...
I have not. Well, I played Final Fantasy 10, but...
Not Dragon Quest 10.
Yeah.
There you go. No worries. Okay, and 11.
You could really compare Final Fantasy 10 and Dragon Quest 11. Because Final Fantasy 11 is an MMORPG.
Oh, wait. Really? Mm-hmm. So Final Fantasy has 2 MMORPGs?
Yep, the first one was 11, and it was out on, like, PS2.
Whoa, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's do that. So Final Fantasy 10 versus Dragon Quest 11.
I mean, it's Dragon Quest 11 all day.
Woo!
Choose Dragon Quest 11 over 10, 12, 13, and 15.
Dang.
All 4 of these games together as one, and I would still choose Dragon Quest 11.
Woo! Yeah, boy! Dude, that's what's up. I like it. I like it. There you go. So, overall winner, Dragon Quest. Boom. 4 versus 2. Yeah, that's how we do it. There you go, bro. Love it. Cool. Well, do you want to say, is there anything you want to touch on the subject before we move on to the next segment, in terms of Final Fantasy versus Dragon Quest at all?
No, not really. I think I said everything I needed to.
There you go. Perfect. So let's move on to the next segment. Before then, guys, let us know what you think about everything that was discussed. Do you agree with it? Do you disagree with it? How badly do you disagree with it? How badly or how good, I guess, do you agree with it? Let us know, please. Okay, so next segment is what we're playing / watching / doing, which basically just means, what games we're playing, and then if you're watching any anime, if you watch anime at all. I actually don't remember if you do or not. But I can go first with anime-wise. So actually today, me and my boy, Timmy, we watched the new Dragon Ball superhero movie, which was good. We watched it in theaters when it came out, and then I just saw that it was on Amazon Prime, so we watched it, and it was a good time. I absolutely enjoyed it. It was a good time. And Piccolo is like the main character in that movie, and it's one of Timmy's favorite characters, I would say, as well, so it was kind of easier for him to watch. But anyway, yeah, it was a good time. It's a good time. Yeah. Are you into anime at all? I forget.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I like anime.
Oh, that's what's up. Have you watched anything recently or?
Not really. I just haven't had the time to.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good.
But the last anime I watched was actually Dragon Ball Super. I got to
Yeah.
right when I think Super Saiyan Blue got introduced.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's like Frieza.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not a bad spot. Yeah, it gets better, I would say, but yeah. Yeah. There you go. That's not a bad spot in that series. Cool, man. That's what's up. So, great. Let's move on to gaming. What are you playing, man? What have you been playing?
I've been playing Final Fantasy VI on the Pixel Remaster. I bought it on Switch.
There you go. There you go. You enjoying that?
Yeah, it's a good time. I haven't really played 6 on it, so
Right.
it's a good time.
Yeah, that's what's up.
I also like the console remasters of the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster, just for the boost on it. You can boost experience and gold to 4 times, and it really helps just make the games easy.
What the heck?
I love feeling overpowered in games.
There you go. That almost reminded me of Warcraft. I don't know if you've ever played Warcraft, but you could type in like cheat codes, and then you could receive like a stupid amount of gold or whatever. Or Age of Empires as well. That's funny. There you go, bro. So Final Fantasy VI. What else are you playing?
I also play MLB The Show. I'm playing MLB The Show 23.
Oh.
And then also Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
Oh, you're still playing Scarlet and Violet?
Yeah.
You shining hunting?
I'm not necessarily shiny hunting. I'm really just doing all of the 7-star raids.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
So they just released Typhlosion
Ooh.
last weekend, and then it came back this weekend.
Ooh, wow. That's what's up. Okay. There you go. And is it the normal Typhlosion, or is it like the Hisuian?
It's a normal Typhlosion.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Cool. Yeah, we'll see if I get that game soon,
Highly recommend.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. Anything else you're playing, bro?
That's about it.
No?
played Smash Bros. And I think we're gonna play some Mario Kart tomorrow.
You're right, but there's something else that we're also playing that we're very into.
Oh, Dragon Quest Tact.
Yeah, boy. Dude, so tell me about you getting solo 3 freaking times.
Technically, I only got him twice.
Oh, gotcha.
So, I saved up a bunch of coins, bunch of gems for him. I think I did, like, the whole first stamp page worth of gems. And then, the very last one, I finally pulled solo.
Oh, nice.
And then I got him one more time today, because I learned that I have been not doing any of my battle roads, so I was able to get a bunch of gems. Go back through.
Dude, by the way, you should totally tell Bundles of Monkeys that you got solo twice. Actually, 3 times.
Well, so the third one is I went back to the Dragon Quest V event in the Reminiscence.
Oh, yeah.
And I got enough, so I had 86 hero fragments to change out in the store. I
Dang.
needed 14 more, so I changed them for a solo. And the reason that I did that is because Solo's Awakening 3 is insane.
Really?
So not only do you get stats up, which is, at level 3 it's 15% raise in HP, MP, attack, defense, wisdom, and agility.
Holy jeez.
You also get something called Zenithian Protection.
Whoa.
So on battle start or action start, if your HP is over 50%, all damage is reduced to 30%. Is reduced by 30%.
Damn. So he basically becomes a tank.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, he's currently only level like 107 for me, and he's surviving better than my max level Erdrick right now.
Damn. Dude, that is crazy. Wow. That is insane, bro. Well, it looks like I might have to pull for solo, continue pulling for him.
Yeah, dude. So,
I'm at like 20k gems again, so.
Yeah, so if you go to like the main like scout screen, and if you're using gems, you can view your scout stamp and the
Oh yeah.
so the 10th time you do a 10 pull for solo, it'll guarantee an S rank.
That's right. I remember seeing that. I think I got solo on like the 7th, 10th pull.
Okay.
So I might as well just,
do it 3 more times and get a guaranteed S rank. You're not guaranteed to get solo.
Right.
But a guaranteed S rank, that's
Yeah.
still good.
Dude, yeah. I'm gonna have to do that.
Especially since I know you're still in very beginning phases of the game.
Yeah. Yep. I'm still a newbie. I'm getting there though. If I do get solo again, I'm definitely gonna rub it in our Guildmaster's face, by the way. So, shout out to Bundles of Monkeys. We love you, bro. We love you.
Or sololess Bundles of Monkeys.
Soulless. He's soulless. That's funny, bro. There you go. So yeah, so we're playing DQ Tact as well quite a bit. I've been thoroughly enjoying that as well. It's just, for me, it's easy. I'm not able to play it at work very much, but for me, it's easy with my kids because I literally just, auto battle, and just bam, just continue grinding for gems and stuff. So it's been good.
Pretty much what I do, just auto battle.
Yeah. But yeah. And then besides that, so I'm also playing, we all know I'm playing Dragon Quest XI S, live streaming that, which is always a good time. Play a little bit of 4 as well on mobile every now and then. And besides that, that is also it for me. I think there's nothing
You're not
else.
playing Elden Ring anymore?
I haven't been able to, bro. I think about it every now and then. I'm like, man, I haven't played that literally for months now. But yeah, I just don't have the time. So hopefully soon. It's an amazing game. So have you ever played it?
No, I don't like the Souls games.
Okay.
They're not for me.
No worries. They're not for everyone. I definitely understand that. Yeah. But anyway. Cool, man. Well, is there anything else you're playing / watching / doing that you want to talk about?
Not really. I'm pretty boring.
Dude, you're good, bro. You know, boring people are the best people, bro. There you go. Cool. Well, that's basically it, guys, for this episode. I think this is 23. I always forget, of the Dragon Quest Poppy podcast. So yeah, guys, let us know what you think about the episode. And don't forget to do everything you got to do. Like and subscribe. And show some love by hitting that like button, like I just said. Illness, is there anything you want to, shout out, or are you good? Or
I want to shout out to my wife.
ooh, there you go.
I love her.
Oh my gosh, there's so much love in this episode right now. I love it. Yeah, shout out to Bozo. She pops into the stream sometimes, so thank you very much. But yeah, there you go. Cool. Well, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.